Well, here's a question for you. How much would you pay to have your name or your company's logo on a major Victoria landmark, such as the new Johnson Street Bridge? CTV News first told you on Friday night about the city considering selling naming rights to the bridge and other facilities as a much-needed source of revenue. And tonight, that idea is a step closer to becoming reality. CTV's Stephanie Sherlock has the story. She joins us live with more. Stephanie.
Victoria's Corporate Services Standing Committee approved the naming rights proposal today, which puts the controversial idea of trading sponsorship for the right to name a city building or, say, bridge after you one step closer to a council vote. The idea isn't new, allowing people or businesses to have their name on a building or facility in return for sponsorship, aka cold hard cash.
Sports arenas, conference centers, playing fields, pools, things like that. These are areas where you have very, very high traffic with a very diverse population.
Which makes them sellable. In our city, the list of desirable properties could include the Conference Centre, Crystal Pool, Royal Athletic Park, even the Johnson Street Bridge.
There are many cities that do have names on bridges, and they do it for the very specific reason of providing additional revenue for the city. And again, it's the notoriety of being able to drive across the bridge and see somebody's name on it.
You know, personally, I don't really have a problem with it. It really just depends on whether any stakeholders or people involved in it have any problems with it.
And some do.
I think it's kind of stupid. Like, we need to keep our heritage and stuff, right?
The proposal goes before the Governance and Priorities Committee next month. It clearly outlines how potential sponsors must align with the city's values and priorities while also protecting its reputation, integrity, and standards. The policy would apply only to civic properties with restrictions. For example, City Hall and the public libraries would be out. No streets, avenues, or road names are up for sale. And perhaps most importantly, the city has complete right of refusal.
The very important thing to remember is that we have the absolute right as a city and as a council in particular to make a decision that says, you know what, we don't think this is a good idea. We can say no for any reason whatsoever.
Still, supporters may have a tough time getting everyone on board, even though it's being touted as a way to increase revenue without increasing taxes.
True, but I still don't like it. Advertising like that? No.
Victoria's mayor says it's worth a look.
I think it's the responsible thing for us to do, to go take a look and see what revenue sources are out there that we can explore and make sure that we bring them in with integrity, with respect, and make sure that they match our values.
If approved, the first order of business will be to make a list of desirable properties and potential sponsors. Now, municipalities throughout BC have been selling the naming rights to buildings and facilities for years. It's not even unfamiliar to Victoria. You might recall that in 2004, the Jim Pattison Group sealed a deal worth over $1 million for the right to name the Save on Foods Memorial Centre. As mentioned, the proposal goes before the Governance and Priorities Committee April 5th. Next step after that, City Council.
All right, Stephanie Sherlock reporting. Stephanie, thanks.